What is up, everybody? Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Looks like it's on. Looks like the levels are reading. Hope everybody's been having a great week. I spent all morning testing some new equipment, and it was all working fine during the test. And then just as I was about to enter the studio, I went to go reconnect this new mic, and it wasn't reading it. I had to turn it off and turn it back on again, exit the studio and enter again. Let me know how I hear or how I sound. Does it sound better? Because just from the 3 audio tests that I did in recordings, oh my gosh, to me it sounded so much better. I was playing with the levels, making sure things weren't too loud, weren't peaking. I pre-recorded that July housekeeping video Monday. Oh my god. Hold on. Sorry guys. Nobody wants to get a hold of me all day until it's time to stream. What? I'm live on YouTube. Hold on. If it becomes a big deal, then I might have to answer. So anyway, yeah. I think we got the audio levels all worked out. I think it sounded great. That video from Monday, I don't know if anybody watched it, but the headphone mic was just crackling. Like every I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, I would hear like this in the audio. And this mic has never done that before. So yeah, I got one of these little DJI guys. I think it looks better without the little fuzzball on it and on the side of my hat rather than on the front of my hat. I feel like it'll be 9:30. But yeah. I am so discombobulated. As prepared as I thought I was to go into this, all of a sudden, the last couple of minutes, everything just kind of spun me for a loop. So let's take a sip of coffee. Dangle clacks be gone. And a big fat rip off of this guy. Still rocking this. Can't put it down. That Hyperion V2 Anunnaki combo, except now I've re-wicked it since, and now it's got my Boston cream pie in there. Woo! So good. Pretty much everything else is broken down. Billet box is in rotation. I ran out of skeleton key, and I didn't want to re-wick it. So you know what I done did? I vaped it until I was out of skeleton key, and then I started refilling it with Lady Liberty's white chocolate key lime cheesecake, and now that bottle is empty, and this is the last of that in here. So freaking good. So, as you guys know, there's no vlog tonight, which is why we're doing Wickin It and Kickin It tonight. I was going to do it Friday, but since there's no vlog, I figured Thursday made sense. Monday was not going to work. I had 3 kids here from Sunday until yesterday. And boy, can I say, man, they really wore me out. They really wore me out. All they do is eat. But when you got those kids here, man, I don't really have to do much, but it just mentally drains you. They behave really well. You know what I mean? It's just they get pretty loud. Another fun thing, and I don't know if this is going to work out permanently, but I do have, and I don't know if Jay Logan is here. Oh, I do have a new camera set up. I got this little mic stand, or it's like this little stand that I thought was going to be cool because it wasn't going to take up a ton of space. It still takes up a decent amount of space in the middle of my desk. It's got this bendy arm on it, and the weight of the camera makes it tilt, so I have to weigh it down with rocks on the back side of it. I don't know exactly if this setup's going to stay, if I'm going to keep this stand. I've got this new camera hooked up with USB. I wanted to set it up with HDMI, except the receiver for the microphone has to get plugged in by USB-C, and it's too close to the HDMI cable for the HDMI cable to the camera to connect. So I'm going to have to pick up some like a USB-C little extender cable or some kind of like other adapter. I'm going to need to get like a little USB hub that will expand my USB ports. And I think then we might be able to figure it out. I might try another different stand or two, but so far, I think we're at least set up to try some new things tonight. So bear with me. But so far, so good. Let's see who's here. Because I have just been rambling about me and all this stuff here. Let me snag this picture. Save image as 72-9. Oh yeah, one last thing. Just my luck. Brand new laptop. Just my luck. Because it's so big and it takes up so much space. I was sitting here working the other day and I knocked a bottle over. And it got like this little pool, like maybe about just this big, of vegetable glycerin on some of the keys. Go frickin' figure. I thought I got everything dried up pretty good and everything was still working okay. Lo and behold, today I'm trying to type and all of a sudden the keyboard just starts spamming the R. And I'm going to see what happens when I try to type the R button. Nope. Type an R, it won't work. R won't work. But if I press W, this is what happens. Check the chat. That's what happens. If I press the W, then the R starts to spam. Go frickin' figure. Yeah. So that's fun because I'm probably I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to have to take the laptop in for a repair because I don't know how to open this thing up. I'm sure it's just that the VG got in there under the keys and dried something up and is blocking something or corroded somewhere. E-liquid is not friendly to electronics, ironically. But yeah, that's me. That's me so far. But I am here today to enjoy a little bit of time with you guys. Enjoy some tasty goodness. Set a couple things up. I hope you guys are all enjoying something tasty with some kind of really cool, awesome setup as well. Maybe a couple 2-treat things. Please let me know what you guys are rocking with tonight in the chat. Or you can send me your desk checks and hand checks through Facebook. What does that mean? Hold on. I got to close Facebook and open it back up again. Because it was just trying to spam. It's still trying to spam the R. Let's get out of here. All right. Anytime I put my cursor somewhere, it's trying to spam that R button now. All right. All right. I think we're good. So yeah, Discord DMs, Facebook PMs, type it up in chat. We're going to try to make do with what we got. Let's see who's in the house tonight. First, we got Silk Pump. Hell yeah, dude. Says yo. Stolen Time in the house says howdy. Cheryl was here saying hello. Tiny TJ, hey. Hoping you're doing well, Steve-O. Happy birthday, America. Let's go. And all that jazz. Yes. Happy 250th birthday to America. It's going to be one heck of a holiday weekend. Patrick says he probably won't be here tonight. He's going to Half Price Books with his friend Jonathan. Have a rad 4th, everyone. Hell yeah, Patrick. If you're still here, love you, brother. Patrick's birthday is coming up soon. That's exciting. It's the day before mine. Lady Liberty is in the house, says hello to everyone. Gunny is here to wick it and or kick it. And or kick it, yes. Justin is here. Says yo. I did snag some hand checks from some of you guys. I will say a lot of them were just like the last week or few days from the yo chat. I do skip some though, but I try to grab the ones from you guys preemptively. So, especially if it's got something cool in it that I like, that I want to share. Let's see. Save image. 72-10, I believe, is what we're trying to do here. Alrighty. I heard something else just ding, but I don't know what it was. Like the smash button. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Arner, yeah. Kick the wick button. Okay, you guys heard me. Awesome. I did see that. Sounds good. What up, Heath? That's right. Heath. I got to get Heath. He gave me a hand check way earlier yesterday. Anybody sends me anything, I usually try to snag it for the stream because why not? It's fun to share. It's fun to look at. I love looking at vape setups. Been getting my new PC up and running all afternoon, says Gunny. Hell yeah. Don't spill e-liquid on your keyboard like I did. You hear crisp. Hell yeah. No, found out that in the state of Virginia, you can no longer smoke or vape in your apartment. What? That's crazy sauce. Hey, Gaping Vapor. The ban came in effect on July 1st. That's wild. It's your apartment. I mean, I feel like that should be a landlord-tenant scenario. If your landlord puts it in the lease that it's against the rules, that's one thing. But a law, I feel like that's overstepping. We need way less government in this country. I will say that. But all things considered, I'd still rather live in America than most other places. I think my package arrives tomorrow. Hell yeah. Advocate for Liberty. What's up, Tim? Hope you're hanging in there, buddy. I know you've been extremely busy lately. It's great to see you, man. It's great to see you. Hi to both the Liberties, indeed. Every time I see Steve with the Mantis, I miss mine. Isn't it lovely? Shout out to Oz. This was a gift from Oz. I do want to get better panels for it. I was going to order another set of these from Timmy because I keep cracking the darn corners. This is like my third set. But why keep doing that if I'm just going to keep cracking the corners? I need to get an aluminum set. Plus, I already spent way more than enough money in the past week. I pre-ordered the Versailles RDA, the Centenary, however you say that name. the company that makes the Diplomat RTA. I pre-ordered their new RTA that's coming soon. I had to settle up for that. And then this morning, I noticed that Steel Valley, that Will posted that the Bonza Pro mechs were finally in stock at Steel Valley yesterday. So I did indeed hit up Steel Valley and ordered my black and pink limited edition Bonza Pro mech. And even before I did both of those things, my buddy Chris, we call him the Enabler because he tags me and all kinds of things throughout different BST groups. And somebody, a guy that I know who has an even way more extensive squonk collection than I do, was letting go of some more of his squonks. He was letting go of another BT custom squonk, another old Moondrop Squarius BT customs back from like 2018, 2019 era. I'm not going to spoil exactly what it looks like. It's the same model as some of the ones I already have. Before this guy Ryan owned it, it belonged to a really cool lady named Carol, who is a longtime JMW member as well, and somebody that I've known in the community for a while. So I had to pick it up because I know the history of the mod. You know what I mean? And it's passed hands, passed through a couple sets of hands of people that I'm friends with, and I just couldn't let it go out there into the wild. I had to get my hands on it. So I am definitely well over my limit for gear purchased after taking like a whole month off of buying anything. Let's see. Was trying to find a place to move my office into the house where the air con is out of my garage. Oh, okay. CJ, what's up? Hey, there's me with my R spams. Send it back and you don't know nothing. Yeah, that's the problem though. It wasn't like brand new. I got this from Dan. This was a pretty much brand new laptop that Dan had been hanging on to for a little while, and he sold it to me for a really good price. Now, I could get a wireless keyboard, but then what am I going to do? Put a keyboard on top of my laptop? How's that going to work? I don't know. I'm probably going to have to send it in. I was thinking I wanted to upgrade the RAM anyway, so I might buy the RAM and just have it all done by someone professional rather than trying to open the back and do it myself. Ronnie, good evening all. Thank you for going live. Oh yeah, thank you guys for being here, man. You know, when there's an opportunity, I usually try to take it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to stream Monday, and I thought, if there's no vlog, let's find a way to still get together on a Thursday night. Ben is here all the way from the land of Oz. Steve-O to the rescue. Thank you, man. Yeah, I try. Yo, Arnie. Speaking of Steve, we will be back to normal streaming schedule starting Saturday. Awesome. AAFL will be back Saturday. I'd love to hear it. Yippee-ki-yay! What is up, Ryan? Gently caress the like button. Yes, please do. The ding sounds like me sending you my hand check. Okay. Dirtle is here, says Yo-Yo to yous. Yo-Yo right back at you. Have a new FYK Customs PWM Dual 21700 squonk on the way. Holy moly. You love those FYKs, man. They don't care. They want control of every part of your life. Yeah. That's wild, dude. He just ordered his first BMM 38. It's always something, right, dude? Hey, there's Ryan. Ryan, that's the guy. That's the guy, man. Guys, you guys know that I have a pretty decent sized squonk collection. You ain't seen nothing until you've seen some of the pictures and some of the stuff that he's shared. Ryan, welcome to Wickin It Kickin It, dude. It's great to see you. Please don't be alarmed that everybody has wrenches and shields or whatever. Basically, I give one to everybody after they've been here like 3 times, because we do also do DIY on the channel. That's really how it started, was in large part so people could share their recipes in the chat. But also if people had like any type of content or anything that they're promoting, we're a community here. So I like to encourage people to share their stuff. Get your, use the chat to share yourself, your stuff, any type of thing that you might get going. That's usually why I did give those to everybody. Dropped my Apple Pencil directly on the tip, and it's a goner. Lost my 6 prime insulator. It's been an ass week. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hey, Cloud Chucker, it's good to see you as well. Let's see. But replacement Apple Pencil tips, okay. Crisis is here. Have you popped the keyboard caps off to clean under it? I don't think you can. Like, I like tried lifting them up, and like, I don't know if they just pop off, because, or if they're gonna snap and break if I try to force one off of there. I've tried getting under it with a Q-tip the best that I could, but I don't know if these keyboard tip caps are supposed to come off. Like, I don't want to snap something and then not be able to put a key back on at all. It broke internally. I tried a new tip, he said. Let's see. Tim NZ. We got people from New Zealand tuning in as well. Since last week, we've been playing the new tribute song to my best friend neighbor, Ryan helped me with. Hell yeah, dude. Those collabs you guys have been doing are awesome. Different Ryan. Yes, different Ryan. Doing good. We got Ryan Belgrave and Ryan W in the house tonight. I'm so glad you were able to make it. Doing good. They will come off. Just YouTube it. Will they? There's Face Meat. Face Meat says yo. I mean, they feel like they'll lift up a good part of the way, but like, I don't, it just feels like it gets to a certain point, like where if I pull any further, it's going to break. And I just didn't want to get ahead of myself. I'm positive that something dried and is, hold on, what? And it's not, we're at 12. It's blocking something's sticking, because the R doesn't work unless I hit the W. And not every time. Sometimes when I hit the W, then the R will stick, which is really weird. So it's got to be because I spilled the VG. But yeah, we're all caught up. Ryan hates me thanking him because it mattered so much to me. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Yeah, and there is that song right there. Tim dropped the link. That's the type of stuff I'm saying. If you got music, please feel free to drop it in chat. Get some Lucky 13 panels. I love Lucky 13 panels. I actually want to hit him up and see if he can redo these for me. Because this bar on the Molly V3 always cracks. Right here at the top of that screw. And at least this one lasted a lot longer than the stock ones. And then also over time, he did such a great job on these panels that they press fit. It didn't even need magnets. It press fit in there so perfectly. However, over the course of several years, from taking it off and putting it back on, the corners start to wear a little bit because it's just 3D print. So that press fit perfect tolerance has kind of worn down a little bit. It still goes in, but what happens is when I go to squonk it, sometimes my finger will catch it and pull the door off. But these are basically one-of-one panels. And I mean, he's done other panels like this, but this is the only one that has the bottom feeders logo printed into it because they were requested from the previous owner. And that mod was a gift from Chris and Alicia. So yeah, we're all caught up. I had some plans tonight or ideas to maybe try to put together some type of 4th of July or summer holiday themed e-liquid. And I know I always try to promise doing more DIY streams, but man, it just isn't easy to prepare or set up for them. Especially when I really was trying to prioritize the new mic and the new camera today. We're going to see how the new camera works out. I'm going to try doing a top-down view on a build for the first time today, like full top-down view. And then another thing is because I'm on StreamYard and it's the free edition, we're not paying for the subscription anymore, I can only run one camera at a time. You can't run multiple cameras unless you pay for the upgrade. Isn't that freaking wild? So I have to switch back and forth between cameras. And then I have to have this one bent up out of the way while I'm on here. So we're going to see how much I can get used to it. If it becomes too much of a hassle, it may be something that we stick with. It may be something that I end up only doing for recorded content, the top-down view. But we'll see. I definitely had to at least give it a try. I got the darn thing for Christmas, and it's July. All right, so we're halfway through the year. We finally got the camera set up. Could you put some magnets on the door? No, there's no way to put magnets on the door. Just because there's no cutout for them. If I was to put magnets on the door, it would stick out. It wouldn't go on. Basically, you have to have the cutouts for the magnets already printed or cut into the doors. You can never have enough mechs. This is true. And I just got another one. I don't know if he got it out yet today because I didn't get shipping from Steel Valley, but no big deal. It's the holiday weekend coming up, so we'll get it out when it gets it out. It would be cool to have all the new stuff. Well, I know the Versailles RDA isn't going to be here, but it would be cool to have everything in-house for when I do the birthday stream next Friday. Because if I don't know if you guys, all of you saw the housekeeping video or not, but Monday the 6th is still up in the air whether or not we're going to stream. It's kind of dependent on how the holiday weekend plays out, but we're also going to try for Friday because Friday is my birthday, Friday the 10th. I don't know if Tyler is going to be live that night or not. He sometimes goes live on Friday, but I kind of feel like hanging out with my peeps on my birthday. Iron Meat is an amazing game. A little clearer tape. I mean, see, I do that with a lot. I've done that with lots of them. I did that with my bolt doors. I can try it with that. It's just that on the Molly, the edges are like angled differently. I might try it though. I might try it for sure. I've definitely done that on at least 3 or 4 of some of my squonkers where the door is loose without a battery in it. Yeah, for sure. So last call for you guys to get any hand checks or desk checks in. Please feel free to PM them to me on Facebook Messenger. or Discord DM, and we're gonna. The Versailles looks incredible, doesn't it? Though it really does, and I mean Todd really loves it. Listen, there's a lot of FOMO when RDAs like that come out, and I gotta kind of pick and choose because I can't get every one. I skipped on Alex's last RDA, the Rees, which is a shame because I had picked up every single one of Alex's Broken Ohm RDAs prior to that, and the Rees will be the only one that I didn't have. The timing just wasn't right. I skipped out on the Voodoo Vecna, but I had to pick up the Versailles. I had to pick up the Versailles. Let's see. Hey, stolen. There we go. Name of Jazz 72-13. And it's trying to spam the R again. There we go. All right, awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Drop a super glue and let it dry well before fitting. That could work. Tim said blueberry frosted cereal will be dropping Saturday. Hell yeah, Steve. I need to get you the cereal flavors. Would love to try the cereal flavors. As well as the white chocolate strawberry lemonade cheesecake. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot you guys were doing that. Gold Leafs Highborn looks solid too. Yeah, I skipped the Highborn as well. The design, the airflow, it does look solid for flavor. It kind of reminded me of gosh, what was the name of the RDA that Aaron, the old moderator from Bottom Feeders did? I forgot the name of that darn thing. I'll be honest though, like aesthetically, I didn't like the way that it looked. Did you get Anunnaki? Yeah, I do have an Anunnaki. I'm rocking an Anunnaki right here. Not the Leon. The Leon is one that I would love to get. The Leon is a fantastic RDA, looking RDA. There's been a couple that I've seen secondhand that I passed on that I really wish I didn't. But a lot of it comes to timing. It's like, how much spending funds do I have in the account when certain things get posted or when certain docs get dropped, you know? A lot of that plays into my decisions as well. One love, homies. Paul Cole. What's up, brother? The Highborn, it would have been cool to be like one of the founding like supporters of the RDA, but oh yeah, I also jumped in on the Gematria, and I'll probably pick up his latest one because he's made some upgrades to the Gematria. Like the cap is a little bit more condensed at the top, and instead of straight across, the airflow is going to be angled down now. I regret not getting a second Gematria because it's fabulous. One of the amazing Squonk Addies of our time. And I got all these different color caps for it, and I can only run one at a time. I should have gotten a second one, but again, the timing. Leon is a great one. The Current, that's it, the Current. And the Current was kind of modeled after the BTD, the old Typhoon RDA, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of like the Citadel and Hadley. But the way that he's got the airflow coming in, except it's not angled downward, it's angled upward, kind of reminds me of all those a little bit. Chilling, trying to stay out of this heat. Yo, I feel you, man. I feel you. All right, let's take a look at what you guys are rocking. I don't have a lot to hand check right now. So we got to set a few things up. And I thought, because it's 4th of July, I know it's kind of cheesy and gimmicky, but I feel like I wanted to set up a couple red, white, and blue setups. I should have grabbed my a red mod and a blue RDA, but I grabbed like a couple blue mods and some red RDAs, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. And also I tore down the RTA for vaping and took the dual coil build out and reinstalled the single coil. So I want to get that set up again too. I want to re-wick that. I literally was rinsing that out 2 minutes before I went live because I wanted to re-wick that again because I have a very specific liquid that I want to bust out today that I've been saving for the holiday weekend. Let's take a look at what you guys are rocking. I am just rambling on and on. I gotta move these all into the folder. And boom, no. There we go. Into the folder. Let me double check Discord to make sure nobody else sent me anything on Discord. Awesome. We're rocking and rolling. Some of you guys will see that I stole stuff from you. How much is a StreamYard sub? Dude, it used to only be like $20 a month for some extra features. And then it went up to 30. But dude, it's like $50 and up, even for like the most basic subscription for StreamYard now. Basically, now that I have a better computer than I did before, I need to start learning how to use Streamlabs or OBS or one of the two. That's basically what I'm going to have to start looking into. It's just I've gotten so used to using StreamYard over the years, and it's amazing if you have all of its features, but they basically made those features unaffordable. Let's see, window to the window. Oh wait, I want to shrink this a little bit. Let me shrink that down. Boom, share. There we go. Right off the bat, Gunny's gonna recognize this one because I stole it from him. Guys, it's difficult because Gunny literally does post a desk check every single day, whether he's working, WERKIN, or not working. And I usually grab either the latest one or my favorite one. And I just love, or also if he's got some JMW liquids in there, of course, I'm going to try to snag that. Kaz, what's up, brother? My dude. Kaz. Great to see you, man. So yeah, obviously the Kennedy Vindicator with a matchy stainless steel RTA. Is that Jug V2? I believe that's a Jug V2. One of the I should have kept my QP RTAs. I went through this phase where I had so many RTAs that I eventually started selling them all off, and then took all that money and put it together to buy Squonk stuff. And I had dwindled my RTA collection down to only like 3 or 4. And now I'm back up to having like between 12 and 15 RTAs again. Isn't that crazy? What side-by-side is that? Is that a Danny? Is that what that is? Or is it something else? With the, that's the SRTA. Reload S with some bourbon Nana bread. Oh, Kaz. We're going to have to get Kaz save image as 72 dash, I think 14 save. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to wish Alicia a happy birthday yesterday. I am such a terrible friend. Let me message her right now. Give me a second, guys. I'm such a terrible friend. Where is that chat? Totally forgot to wish you a happy birthday yesterday. There. I feel terrible. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to get this. I got to get Kaz's thing into the folder. Why isn't this working? Hold on. Let me get this into the folder. You can't just add to the folder without closing it and opening it back up, though. That's the only thing. Stop doing that. There we go. I know what I'm doing, I swear. The more we do this, I'm going to get more used to sharing things this way. Strawberry already out? Hell yeah. Gunny with Danny and the Vindicator? Hell yeah. Promotion must have come with some solid monetary perks. Hell yeah, dude. This was interesting. I forgot who it was. Was it Justin? That was basically trying out all like the latest mod like AIO that take RBA style devices. I believe it was Justin. Let me know if that was you, Justin. For some reason I can't remember. And also it was Justin. Shout out to Justin that's me trying to stick everybody up to show your hand checks in the Discord. I think it's cool. I'm not a big AIO guy, but I thought this was a really cool desk check. This is basically all the hot new AIO devices that take RBAs. The Dot, a couple of Orions, and then the Oxfa X Slim, I think it is. Orion is best. Nice. Yeah, I feel like that's been the consensus, right? I almost bought one of these and then passed, and I almost bought one of these and then passed. Code BOOM already active for the holidays. Hell yeah, guys. You know where to find Lady Liberty and Advocate for Liberty. Code BOOM active for the holidays. And then this one, I had the V Prime. That's it. The Oxford V Prime. You know I love me some Don. And you know I love me some Denali. And of course, the Fatality M25 on top of a Denali. That's a ripping Mac RTA setup right there. The white ones, you don't see a lot of the white ones. And then he did like the little black zebra stripes on some of them. I love my Denalis. I still need to snag a Matterhorn one of these days. The Denali was one of the ones I was going to break out today, but I didn't grab it. Maybe we will. Cool. There's the Vecna RDA. Mark Hughes from across the pond. Another snowcap. I see a snowcap shared. I'm going to snag that picture and I'm going to share it. I love me, believe it or not, as much as I love snowcap mods and as much as I love squonking, I don't have any snowcap squonkers. Just a little fun fact. And then here's another one from Cody. You do not see this every day. a full desk check of pods. And I wanted to share this very specifically for some of the people out there who might be pod users that might think, well, listen, everybody's always sharing rebuildables, mech mods, squonkers, RDAs, RTAs, and stuff like that. I don't want to share my pods for a desk check or a hand check. Yo, I don't care what you vape. If you're vaping a pod, you're staying off cigarettes and enjoying some tasty flavors. I want to see those setups. So please feel free to send me whatever you guys are enjoying, because I think it's important to share what keeps us from smoking cigarettes. And I just thought that's really cool. I don't know the names of any of these pods. I'm not a pod user. I do have, where is this fucker? I do have a smock pod in my drawer. I confiscated this from my 13-year-old son. He's not supposed to have that. He knows he beyond knows better. We've had this discussion of what vaping is for. It's for quitting smoking. It's for smoking cessation. He's just at that age. But I confiscated that and punished his ass. Hanging out in the JMW closet keeps me off the stinkies. That's what's up, Kaz. Hell yeah. Appreciate you. Another Vindicator. I am so jealous of this RDA. I wanted the Pandemic 28 so bad. It's a 28 millimeter Vindicator, as a matter of fact. I wanted the Pandemic 28 so bad. I used to have the Unicorn Countdown. The Unicorn Countdown had this same artwork on the side of the mod. It was basically just a straight tube. It had the same switch as the Unicorn Vert and the Vert V2. Same switch. Basically, it was like a Vert V2, except the whole mod was straight. It didn't have the curves in it. It came with a stack section. I don't have that mod anymore because I just don't vape series anymore. I always wanted to find that to match it, and I never could. Anybody who has a Pandemic 28, they're hanging on to them. 0 people in the community are ever letting go of a Pandemic 28 millimeter. You might see the 30 millimeter floating around sometimes, but never the 28. Never the 28. And of course, Ern loves him some Atomic Peanut Butter Puff. I haven't seen Ern here tonight, but I had to steal his hand check. I definitely would love to get my hands on a black Vindicator someday. Mine is the painted one. It is sexy, Gunny. It is. 404. I haven't seen 404 here tonight yet, but 404 just recently joined the Yo-Yo, and he really seems to be reaping the benefits, enjoying himself. He actually took himself a drive to Steel Valley Vapors to pick him up a complete new setup. He went and he grabbed himself a copper Hyperion V2, a Nightmare V2 RDA to match, and a matching DHD chop top, of course, some deep cuts, some Homeboy Mango, and an easy dripper. He's rocking his dot mod, the Steel Valley in the background. I just love this. It's just several brands that I'm all about supporting. They might be a little bit more of the commercial side of the industry, but those are some of the commercial brands that I 100% will always support. It's so great to see. It would be so cool to be close enough to Steel Valley to just drive there. But I did place my order online this morning. Shout out to Steel Valley Vapors. Cassie always got her gower. Dicky Mo, yo yo, sir. So great to see you. Oh, another question I have. When I get excited and I shout, does the new mic help with that? Because I noticed the old mic, when I would get excited and raise my voice, it would peak. And if you had headphones on, it definitely didn't sound good. I was playing around with the levels, trying to see if when I got excited and raised my voice, that it didn't do that as bad with the new mic. Dude, this was a steal. These little DJI things, the first time I ever looked them up, they were super expensive. This was like on a Prime Day sale for like $45. It only came with one and the receiver, but it had come down quite a bit. I was stoked to snag it. Cassie has got her purple R3 on the gower, matchy drip tip all the way, and they're personally printed panels from Tim. I love that setup. Of course, she's got some maple bourbon cheesecake back in rotation. She had said the other day she was craving it. Love to see it. CJ. Did CJ send this one? I believe CJ did send this one. Rocking the Delros. Yo, that Juma Delro is so sick. The Rezo, dude. Oh. Looks like he just got his JMW order in the mail. Trying himself some apricot almond and some juicy. Dude, that Delro, the ones where the batteries, I actually remembered it was you this time, CJ. Can Lady Liberty do a 4.5? She will, yeah. If you put in the comments section, she probably already answered that. Yeah, she did. Yeah, it's so cool. The new Delros where the battery attaches from a magnet, and then they also have the module that is basically like a build tab module that Delro makes now. It's so cool. I'm not a Burrow guy, but Delros, man, they're super sexy. I really like these better than like the clear Rezos that you can see through. I will say, if I ever see, and Kaz always has to remind me which one it is, the 650, the D650, the Ultim one. I think if please correct me if I don't have it right again. That is the Delro that I would love to get my hands on. That Ultim one, so sick. These are cool to look at though. They're gorgeous setups. I love them. Cheryl's got her RTA for vaping, and she got herself some red airflow rings. I love that. I was thinking about grabbing some airflow rings for mine, but I don't know. It's too bad that the only way to get black airflow rings is if you get a black RTA for vaping. You didn't sell them separate. I know red would match gold, but my RTA for vaping is gold, so not all those colors are going to match. I love that, though. The red and the black. Heath is rocking that guy that I always forget the name of. The Emperor. The Emperor on the 02. Matchy Typhoon tip. Looking badass. I bet you that thing hits like a train. Hell yeah, guys. And then Tim. Tim's coming in. Oh, excuse me, with his Delrin Cthulhu, the white Delrin Cthulhu. Also enjoying some maple bourbon cheesecake. And this is his friend, forever in our hearts, Edward Lee Foster. Shots and prayers to Tim, Cassie, his friend Edward, and the family. Let's do a little bit of dripping. Shots and prayers. Sending up some clouds of positivity out to the family. And to Tim and Cassie, of course. It's never easy to lose a friend, especially your best friend. I've been there. I love you, brother. I hope you're hanging in there. A nicer person has never lived. Ed was one of the best. I believe it. Tim, you're a good judge of character, and I 100% believe it. It's Mr. Gunny's fault. He ordered maple bourbon and was like, man, that sounds delicious. Coming in next, we got the Weekender from Stolen. I forgot what he said he was rocking in it. Did he tell me? No, stop. Ugh. I gotta close Facebook out again and open it. It was trying to spam a bunch of R's. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, dude. You know how hard it's gonna get work done? How hard it's gonna be to get work done, to keep inventory, and to log shit on my Google Sheets for orders with that R spamming all the time. That's gonna suck. I forgot if he said what it was. Weekender V2 with the titanium sturdy RBA and titanium matching sturdy drip dip. Hell yeah, I knew he had told me. That Weekender looks familiar, doesn't it, Gunny? Hell yeah, thanks, Stolen. I could have swore I added... Oh, wait, that's why. There it is. One more. We got Kaz with the 22. He's got the NFGTA and some El Caribe. I'm excited to get a couple more bottles of the El Caribe. I got the FOMO on the NFGTA. And I've seen a couple people post some for sale already. They did not have the extension kit with it. And I was like, I don't want to spend $250 on an RTA. But however, I also bought an RDA and a mech and a mech squonk and a matching Vena cap. Definitely spent more than the cost of an NFGTA. But I think in about a year, someone will eventually let one go for much less than RRP. So I'll wait. I have tanks that I enjoy. I have a little Southie left because I rationed it. Lady is out. Ooh, no way. Kaz will have it in stock tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, I've been checking. Dude, I literally spent almost $500 this week. But I committed to buying those two things. So I definitely had to settle up on those first. So it's tough. It's tough. I could justify it and say, well, it is my birthday, but I also bought myself several other things. The Bonza Pro Mech was what I promised I would buy myself when I hit 7 years sober. But then I saw that squonker from Ryan yesterday. I had to have it. And that is it, everybody. That's all the desk and hand checks. We definitely took our sweet ass time getting to this point. I want to set up a couple things. Don't remind me. Let's get that out of here. Let's close that out of the background. Close this out of the background. This is going to be the first time I'm trying this. So please bear with me. First things first. I think we're going to start with doing the full build first. And I will explain why. Because, well, here's the deal. I'm busting out this oldie but goodie. The Wasp Nano. This is the Wasp Nano deck. It's already got a coil in it. And I'm torn whether or not to remove this coil and rebuild it fully or not. And here is my reasoning why. The Wasp Nano can definitely house a much longer coil. So this one has like a wrap added to it. It's built belly down with the legs going over. Now I've got another coil that's NI90 that's a little bit lower resistance that I'm kind of tempted to install, so it's has a little bit more oomph to it. You know what I mean? This one comes out to a 0.21, but the Wasp Nano has a lot of airflow. And I've got an NI90 coil that's actually wrapped the other way around. So I can install it belly up. And it should be more like a 0.16 single. And I'm tempted to pop this coil out of here and reinstall it. But it won't be like, see how much this spreads all the way across that RDA? It's longer. But I wanted to do at least one full build tonight and test out this new camera. So I guess we're going to take this out. I guess we're going to take it out so we can play around. A salad would go great. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this on here, and I'm going to hope that I can get my stinking camera going. Here's what I'm going to do. Normally, you guys aren't going to see me bending this down, but I'm going to bend the camera down here. And we're going to switch. We're going to switch. What happened? Something fell. Oh. This stupid guy fell. Why it fell? Because it's top heavy. Camera. Boom. Hey, you have never seen this before on Wickin It and Kickin It. There we go. Look at that. A top-down view for the first time ever. I kind of want to move it so I got a little bit more room to work with. Look at that. The coil has seen, yeah, it has. It has. It's been in here for a while. But that is not a bad picture at all. Now, I've got the camera bent way down, and then I had to move the lens all the way to the tightest setting, because you can go wide. Like, I can go wide, but then you got to refocus. So I got it set to the tightest view, and then I got the screw loosened, so whenever I need to, I can just refocus. Like, say, because if I go closer to show off like a coil, I have to refocus. You know what I mean? I should change it so it's not mirrored. But yeah, I'm going to take that out. Coil is crusty. Yeah, we're going to pop that out of there. We're going to put a brand new coil in there. Okay, maybe we're going to have to come up a little bit. Just so I can get my screwdriver in here. All right, we'll do this. Now, you guys have been watching Wickin It and Kickin It for a while, you know. I've just been bending down my regular webcam for the entirety of how long I've been doing the show. This is totally new to me, having a top-down view. So it's going to take a little getting used to. Like, they're literally, that is only like 2 or 3 millimeters away from the lens, the tip of the screwdriver. But I'm trying to work out, like, hey, what's the best distance? What's the best everything that's going to work for us? But what do you guys think? How's it look? How's it look on your end? I almost feel like a real vape reviewer, a real vape YouTuber. I'm going to bust this out just because it's the last one and I'm trying to get rid of these. This is a coil clout coil. I'm not the biggest advocate for coil clout. I'll just say that. But this, he wraps in the correct direction. This is the last one of these coils I have left. And because I don't use the Lost Nano very often, I really don't want to put a Twisted Timmy's coil or a pendulum coil in there. So let's see if we can get this in there. Boom. Ah, there we go. How are we looking? This is going to be in the way of the lens for a second. Let me... I wonder. Nah, I don't want to mess with it too much. Hold on a second. This whole top-down angle is new to me. Come on. These tiny little flatheads are not my friend. Let's do that. Boom. All right, there we go. Now we can kind of play around with it. I'm going to try to push this back this way a bit. There we go. Is it centered? Looks pretty centered. Boom, boom, boom. No, still a little wonky on the one side there. Hold on, where is it wonked at? There we go. That's better. Great view. You'll work out the kinks in time. Thank you, Dickie Mo. No, I'm not on camera. I'm not on camera. I wanted to put myself in the corner where it says Steve-O, but I can't run both cameras at the same time. So this works though. I think that's gonna do. It wants to keep on kind of angling back a little bit. Normally what I have to do is I have to put it in belly down and then raise it up. But being wrapped this way so it's belly up, it's already to the point where when you go through, you want that bottom of that airflow kissing the bottom half of that coil. And that's kind of where it's sitting at right there. So beautiful. All right. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that little minimal wonk. Always belly up in the JMW closet. Oh, yeah, you are. I just want to make sure that these are nice and tight. They are. You know what time it is. Dicky Mo. Oh. And coming in from this side. Oh, hold on. Dicky Mo. There we are. I'm digging this. The lighting is something that we're going to have to work out too, but it's not so bad. I want to make sure that this gets a little closer. Hold on. Dicky Mo. There we go. That side just needed a little bit of a trim. All right, let us bed the single in. See, it's already, oh, you know what? I already added a half a wrap to this, so this is probably going to come up to more like a 0.18. I forgot. That's all right. Let me get my, it's NI90, so the ramp up's going to be better than the coil that was in there, and it's going to be more efficient on the battery. NI90 is a little bit more efficient on battery life as well. So we're going to start this a little bit low at 20 watts. Oof. That glow. The heat definitely looks different on this camera. I wonder if I can... I wonder how, let's see how that looks. It looks the color temperature looks different under this camera. I want to push that. I guess it's kind of okay. Kind of wanted to push this way a little bit. There. I'm going to turn the wattage up a bit. I'm worried about the heat messing with the camera, but I think we'll be okay. It keeps wanting to bend back that way. There we go. Come on, you dumbass hotspots. It's like a thermal camera or something crazy. I don't know. Shout out to Nick. This was a Christmas present from Grim Green. All right, let's reread it because it is glowing evenly. Oops. It says 0.19, but it's NI90, so it's going to come down to a 0.18. I know it will. Yep, 0.18. 0.18. On the dot, 0.18. Called it. Yes. Still a little bit better than... Oh, come on. No, why did it do that? I just want to bring this wattage up. Hey, Ern, what's up, dude? Breaking out some old school Wasp Nano action. Trying out our top-down view. Sure that's not nuclear rod or something? Yeah. There we go. Just we're running our RDAs off of a little bit of yellow cake uranium. That's all. That's ready to rock. Let's wick this sucker. 3mm, by the way. Nerds! Juicy gummy clusters are yummy. Hell yeah. Gosh, what liquid do I want to put in this is the question. I know what liquid I want to put in the RTA for vaping when I get that out. I know what I want to put in here. I don't have any of my own banana liquids mixed up right now, or any Lady Liberty's banana pudding mixed up right now. That's way longer of a piece than I needed. Shit. Oh well. So I have a liquid in mind. Are you fucking stalking me? Yeah. We're gonna peel a little bit off of there, so it's not super duper thick. Is that? I want to kind of get in a little bit closer if I can. Boom. Shiny. All right. The angle is weird because it looks like it's facing straight down, but it's not. It's kind of angled. So when I think I'm directly under the camera, I'm not. There we go. That's the shot right there. I prefer the non-juicy ones, oddly enough. The coils are glowing blue and it looks pretty cool. Nice. The juicy gummy clusters and the cherry lemonade blitz nerds clusters are amazeballs. Yo, that sounds amazeballs. I'm going to try pulling this all the way over here so maybe I can salvage enough cotton to rewick another small RDA. Bam. Maybe. Just maybe. All right. Now we're just going to fluff these up. Maybe comb out a tad off the top. A little off the top. Hit the under. Getting used to staying on that camera is going to take me a little bit. I probably shouldn't have moved it closer downwards. But I thought, because that's about as close as I can bring it without it being too close. We should have left it up a little bit more, I think. Hold on. There we go. All right. Easy peasy wick job. This is why I wanted the top-down view, especially for wicking RTAs. But this is just easy peasy. RDA. Boop. Drop it right in there. There we have it. The Wasp Nano. Rebuilt, rewicked. We're going to juice it up with some hooch. This is the sweet plantains and fried avocado ice cream. Sweet plantains. This is the closest liquid that I've ever tried to Boule Bolu. It just has this vibe. That the plantains just has this vibe that's reminiscent of Boule Bolu. Steve-O hates round wire too. I do hate round wire. Strange seeing a non-round wire coil on a Thursday. Yeah, right? I am not a fan of round wire. Plantain and avocado, interesting. It's delicious, Ern. You would like this liquid, I think. It's delicious. It's really sweet, too. It's like Ern level sweet. I'm not trying to make it pop and crackle towards the camera, really, but that's probably going to happen at times. A little dabby dab, paint the sides. All right. Now, I want to loosen this up. Is it hot? It's hot. Give me a sec. One way to do it. No, that's not going to work. I'll just wait until it cools down. There we go. Sometimes in certain things you can stick a rod through the airflow. Let's see. We got a red cap with a white drip tip. And you'll see what I'm going for here. Get this out of here. Got a white drip tip or a white beauty ring. Now, this white beauty ring and white drip tip is going to go on a new setup next week. But for today, for the 4th of July week, it's going on here. We're going white and red. We got to take the basic off of this guy. We're going red, white, and blue on the Bolt V3. Whoop. I wonder. There we go. There we go. On there, and then this bottle is a tight squeeze in this mod, but the red bottle fits the aesthetic, so we're going for it. I'm going to fill it like 3/4 of the way up just because it's probably going to get squeezed inside of this mod. So we can just pop that bad boy in there. Boom. Sip of coffee. Get a fresh charged Samsung 20S, mainly because it's blue. I'm going to squeeze this in here. There we go. Boom. There she is. Red, white, and blue. America. Red, white, and blue setup. Number 1, Breeze Tones. What is up? And we're definitely going to close the airflow down. Now, listen, the Wasp Nano is a classic. You don't necessarily have to put a 510 drip tip on it. But if you haven't ever tried the Wasp Nano stock cap with a 510 drip tip added to it, try it. It's that much better. But hell yeah. So let's just, let's see. Give me a second, guys. Because it is time to vape this sucker. Hey! Let's get this back up out of the way. Whoop! It's going to take some getting used to, but we got new gadgets for the first time ever. It's exciting. This is a monumentous day of Wickin' It and Kickin' It. And we're also celebrating 250 years of America. Fuck yeah. Cheers. Yeah, buddy. Late lurker. They just picked the best ones genetically over time. OG Bananas was tiny and full of seeds. That's right. Pictures of pre-GMO foods. Plantain is actually supposed to be more like original banana before it was genetically altered to what we call bananas today. Correct. Correct. 404. Won't be in chat much. Got to drive home from Steel Valley. Wasp Nano is a sick flavor banger. It's a classic, dude. It's a classic. And even cutting the airflow down like that, it's still full on direct lung. But like that, dude, I'm kind of digging it. Red, white, and blue. Is this going to fucking... There we go. Red, white, and blue. I should have grabbed the red mod and the blue RDA, but it is what it is. Because the other setup is basically going to be kind of similar to this, but I basically grabbed some classics that are kind of retro-y, but they're classics that were just the colors I was looking for and said, let's fucking rock with these tonight. Fried plantains fucking rule. Sin! America, Sin! Hello! It's so great to see you. Loved it, even though he closed sooner than I thought he did, but still had an amazing time. Got another free shirt and a hat. My bank account was mad at me. Yeah, I placed an order with Steel Valley this morning. Ordered me one of them Bonza Pro Max. Hells yeah. Will is rad as fuck. He really is, dude. Will's an awesome guy. Got some guava jelly for the Noisy Cricket. I almost broke out the Noisy Cricket today, too. It's just hard, man. Convincing myself to set something up in series, it takes a while. The Wasp Nano is awesome. I know. It's even better with a 510 drip tip. This one's a little bit more wide bore than the typical 510s I would use, but with the amount of airflow that the Wasp Nano has, it's perfect. God, that is delicious. There's some things in the past that I disagree with on how Josh from Goldleaf handled a certain situation. But I will say I love his liquids. I do. He makes good liquids. Can't deny it. For that super sweet, like commercial retail style type of flavor profiles. Although they are a little niche, like plantains and avocado, it's a niche profile. It tastes like a very, very sweet banana ice cream kind of. Oh, it's so good though. Oh man. Got my girlfriend to set up as well. Hell yeah, dude. We showed off your Hyperion V2 and Nightmare setup earlier. I have a picture of the haul in the Discord when I get back to the hotel. Also got every size easy dripper so I could decide what one I want. Hell yeah. Justin says blueberry parfait with granola is my all-time favorite liquid profile across all brands. I was trying to make that profile actually. As a matter of fact, it needs a little work. Let me show it actually. No! Stop with the spam. Let me show it. Public. Let me find it. Blueberry yogurt parfait. It needs a little work because it's kind of thin, but there we are. Hold on. Control. Let's go forward a little bit. There we go. Blueberry from Medicine Flower at 0.4%. Blueberry Cream Fresh Wonder Flavors at 3%. Blueberry Muffin from Flavora at 2%. Frozen Yogurt Wonder Flavors at 1.5%. I think I can bring that frozen yogurt up to 2 actually. Oatmeal Cookie Real Flavors at 1.5%. Super Sweet Cap at 0.5%, and then Yogurt Flavor West at 2.5%. I think putting these two together created a much more of a dominant blueberry note than I anticipated, especially adding the Medicine Flower blueberry to it. It really kicks the blueberry up a notch. It really solidifies the authenticity of the freshness of the blueberry. But even after a couple weeks steep, it still vaped kind of thin. It was definitely much more blueberry and not quite as much yogurt. I was counting on the muffin, the bakery note from the muffin, to pair with the oatmeal cookie a little bit. I wanted that oatmeal note, but I was counting on those to pair together to get that nice like bakery note, but an oat flavored bakery note to get some separation from the blueberries and the yogurt. And it just needs a little bit of tweaking. But this is a flavor profile I definitely want to revisit and play around with a little bit. Like I said, I think the frozen yogurt can come up a little bit. It's possible even the oatmeal cookie could come up a little as well. That parfait liquid was delicious. Blueberry FW and blueberry jam wonder flavors could be subbed instead of the strawberries. Made my first Lady Liberty order. Hell yeah, CJ. That's what's up. I love to see it. Love to hear it. Stop sharing. So yeah. You're craving barbecue? Yo, Frank, my dude, what's up? Going to my favorite Mexican restaurant tomorrow, says Paul. Hell yeah, dude. Not the liquid tonight, rather the real deal, but have made a good one on ELR. Hell yeah. Let me check this real quick, because just want to make sure. All right. I'm hoping my dad and my sister were together when they called, because I messaged my sister back earlier, but not my dad. Absolutely addicted to OHW Rocket Man back in the day. Yeah, some of those old school liquids I have not had. Let's take a look at Tim's strawberry and cookie parfait. Might as well look at some recipes anyway. We're not mixing any tonight, but sure as heck worth taking a look at some. This is a strawberry parfait, and he had said blueberry FW and blueberry jam could be subbed instead of the strawberries. He's got butter cookie VSO. See, I've never had the butter cookie VSO. 1% cookie crumble, 2%. Okay, I like that. Strawberry baked, nice deep, like strawberry. It definitely has that baked quality to it. It's a deeper strawberry flavor. 1.5% whipped cream SSA at 1%, yogurt raw VSO at 0.3. I've never tried any of those VSO flavors, but I could see that working well. I'm sure you could sub the butter cookie VSO and the yogurt raw for other stuff, but obviously it's going to taste different. But you can't get the OG butter cookie anymore. I'm sure you can get the butter cookie raw and use that at like 0.5%. Possibly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tim. I know not all raws translate the same. It does look good, Tim. To make it easier to source frozen yogurt wonder flavors and brown sugar cookie subs for the VSO. Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah. Brown sugar cookie? Hell yeah. And I mean, considering some type of a mixed berry yogurt could be on theme for like a red, white, and blue holiday mix. I love that. All right. Another rip off of this guy, and we'll go back down to wick up another guy here. Why am I so out of focus? What is happening? I keep on... There, I don't know. Something's goofy right now with my camera. Okay, there we go. That worked. Oh, that's a good question, Sin. Like a flavoring or a e-liquid profile? Like a mix? Man, that's yummy. All right. Let's get this guy out the Z-way. Get this RDA off. This one does not FW yogurt. Yeah. I do blueberries, strawberries, and marshmallows on skewers with white chocolate. That sounds excellent. This guy does not need to be rebuilt. It's got a brand new set of Twisted Timmy's NI90 Alien V2s in it. Brand new set. Basically the same specs of that single coil that we just installed, but dual and made by Timmy, who I much prefer to support over the other guy. However, this is a classic. I haven't broken this one out in a while, but I think I've literally only wicked these coils up like twice after building it. Let's switch up. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up. Well, am I going the wrong way? Going the wrong way. We got to get a little brighter too. Come on. It's going to really take some getting used to. Hey, it's the Recoil Rebel. There we go. There we go. That's the shot. The light. There we go. I got to find a way to let light hit the shot better. The Recoil Rebel. Let's wick this sucker up. Make a liquid called Glory Hole. It can be a donut hole. Hell yeah. What is blocking? Oh, it's the light behind me that I'm blocking. I see. Well, come on. That's about as good as we're going to get right there. Let's glow these guys. Point, mind your business. Just need to make sure that they're still glowing evenly. They are. Get our cotton out and cut these a little shorter. The top screw is in a class of its own now with the half moon notches. We can cut these shorter. Did I grab the right? Yeah, these are the 3mm. This used to be Patrick Conquest's Recoil Rebel. Need to get some non-index coils for my black Rebel. Yeah, dude, non-index coils are a must for the Rebel in the OG Recoil. They are a must. I wish less builders would index their coils. Duchess doesn't do it. Timmy didn't used to do it, but I think on some of his more limited edition builds he does. Breeze Tones doesn't index his coils. I believe you should leave it to the end user to whether or not they want to index their coils or not. All right, there we go. Just leave me a long leg, and I can once my own coils. Yeah, my own coils if I need to. Yeah, the Timmys I ordered aren't indexed. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think the majority of his builds, he doesn't. Some of his limited edition, special edition coils he does though. Yeah, let me do it. Leave me a little bit of extra leg in case maybe I want to add a half a wrap for opposing posts orientation, or if I want to index it myself. You know? Justin says, my all-time favorite liquid was from a local company. It was just the most beautiful tobacco profile with almond and the smallest whisper of cherry. I believe the flavor card called it cherry blossom. Nice. I was working on a cherry almond white chocolate kind of cookie thing at one point. It was delicious off the shake, but as it steeped, it got real dry. Hey, guys, everybody be careful. The Fed's here. Nah, I'm just playing. Corporate Jason, what is up, dude? So great to see you. Check out the view. Check out the angle. The view, dude. The new view. We are going to chop that there. Oh. Gravity 1, Steve-O 0. Actually, let's measure that guy. There we go. There we go. All right. pull that back a touch. These could be a touch shorter. Now, I don't have the little Ultim ring for this guy. Yes, finally. It's definitely tricky. I still think I have to find a better stand for it, because the way that this one works, but I have to weigh the back side of it down with a couple rocks stacked on the back edge of the stand for it. So it's not heavy enough of a base, because I have to bend this arm all the way down. But my desk doesn't have enough of an edge to do one of those clampy arm type of deals. But I don't know. I guess if I have to put a couple rocks on my desk for a couple hours a week to stream or to record, I guess that works for now. Coffee cheers. Hippo, what's up, dude? I'm just fluffing these guys up. The one thing I noticed about the Rebel, I don't have that little Ultim ring that's supposed to hold your liquid into the well. But I noticed if you just fluff your cotton up nice, don't really thin your cotton out, that's definitely essential for being able to hold more liquid when you drip, not having to drip as often. Liquid not vaping it up as quickly. So let's see, where are my guys? There they are. Hold on, here we go. Will this work? This way? That'll work, yeah. It's going to take a little getting used to with the camera being so close to the back side of my tools, but there we go. I want that tucked back. There we go. It's in there. It's in there. Usually I'll do the whole flip tuck, but I'm trying to keep it on camera. Now, the liquid of choice for this one, I'm unsure of. I was thinking of maybe breaking out some Crunchberry Shake. I've got a little bit left of a year-long steeped batch. There we go. This one can be a little fluffier. There we go. All right. There we have it. It's all wicked up. It's not the cleanest, but it's wicked. Feds get to make their own rules, yeah. That's good. At least it's not a tax, I guess. Yeah. Just wants to test all of it for quality control. Yeah. Just set up the Aromomizer V4 on the Titan V2, says Hippo, with some black market prohibition on the inside. Hell yeah, dude. I originally was thinking of maybe busting out this, the Sugar Moon Pie, but I didn't order any on the last drop, and it's not going to be made at all again in 2026, so I think I might save that. Um, I was thinking about maybe some Heisenberry Crunch. A lot of my JMW bottles are like low or empty, and I need to refill some of these batches, or finish off this Crunchberry milkshake that is literally a year steeped. Needs to be finished off, and I need to start a new batch. I think. What do you think, Crunchberry? I kind of want to. I actually kind of want to try the Heisenberry Crunch again. I know what Crunchberry shake tastes like. I had the Heisenberry Crunch one other time. I forget what I tried it in. Let's try it. This is the Cloud Chemist, the Heisenberry Crunch. This Cloud Chemist makes Ern's favorite peanut butter liquid. Might as well. Might as well. We're just going to dump some liquid on there. Soak it on in there. Dump. And fire. Dump. This is where that little ring does come in handy, though, because it starts to pool up in that thing. What I want to do, though, now that it's a little bit wet, actually, pour a little bit into the well here. So I want to clean some of these straggly pieces of cotton up and make sure that these are tucked back. There's little flyaway pieces of cotton flying everywhere. There we go. A little bit of wetness on that guy. Push that back that way. There. It's a little cleaner. A little cleaner anyway. All right. Hey-o! Chat looks like post Grim Green after party. Not enough banging on the Fed, though. Quilly, what's up, dude? Hell yeah, buddy. Darn flyaway pieces. I'm just going to cap it, or otherwise it's going to bother me. We got red cap. Clouds Bro Clouds with a white macaron tip. I know it's basically the same color scheme we did with the Squonker, but it's what I got. It's what I got out. Let's get that off of there. Let me clean this mod off. Let me pop a battery in this guy, because we're going to put it on the clutch. Put it on the clutch. Bam. Our coils lined up. Let's make sure. Ah, gosh darn it. I want to pop the stupid cap off, but I can't. There it goes. Just want to make sure that my coils are lined up, or my airflow is lined up with the coils. There we go. All right, back on. There she is. Hell yeah. Another red, white, and blue. Looks orange on this camera. Smells freaking awesome. Let us go back up on top and vape it. All right, get this back out of the way. It works. It's kind of rigged, but it works. We've always kind of made do with what we have, but I will say it's pretty cool to invest in the new microphone. That stand may stick around until I am able to hunt down something a little more efficient, but it works. At least on screen, we're getting the shot that I was hoping for. Cheers, guys. Fuck yeah. Another Murica setup. So we got dual Murica, red, white, and blues. Little fireworks for the 4th of July. Finished re-wicking. Have I missed everything? Not everything. I just wicked up the Recoil Rebel. You came in while we were finishing up the Wasp Nano. So we got dual Murica setups to rock for the weekend. Enjoying some Heisenberry Crunch, which is basically blueberry cereal. Woohoo! Yeah! It's a rowdy boy. Freedom Bangers. Hell yeah. Hashtag Freedom Bangers. I will say, I have been using the R3 consistently ever since it first came out. I haven't broken out the original recipe or the Rebel since. And I will say, no matter which recoil I bust out and use, especially the Rebel, man, even with the Clouds Bro Clouds, I use the Flavor Bro Flavor on the OG, but the Clouds Bro Clouds with a really rowdy mech build and the Rebel, man, it holds up, dude. The flavor on this RDA is fantastic. That snakebite airflow is just classic. Man, and on a clutch, what a nice comfy setup. Where do I get my squonks? Secondhand, BST groups mostly. But there's some modders that are currently, that occasionally will release squonk, like mech squonk mods. Broken Ohm consistently releases different designs of 3D printed mech squonks. There's DMD mods from South Africa. However, shipping has become extremely pricey. But for the craftsmanship and the quality of artwork you get from his mods is totally worth it. He's recently started doing like Juma and micarta material on more of his devices. Is this gonna focus or not? There we go. Like the engravings that he does on these things is gorgeous. There's Jimmy from Ohmworks Mods. I don't know the time frame, but he's working on a batch of all Delrin mech squonkers. Matt Bennett from Everything BT Customs. He does resin squonks. They're pricey. You pay for them. Now for a budget 3D printed mech squonk, 404's got it. Yeah, Voorhees Customs. Voorhees Customs does a little bit more budget friendly 3D printed mech squonks. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Pretty much everybody else is. I mean, there's SVB from the UK. There's Yondon, who I forget his company name. He's from the Philippines. There's different modders. Oh, Harpy. Yeah, Harpy. But a lot of times you'll see people, if you get into the Squonk BST group, which I can probably shoot you an invite to on Facebook, and just keep an eye out. And occasionally people will just post lots, like a lot of like, anywhere from like 1 to a dozen squonks that they're trying to get rid of. Obey Robot might have a few online right now. That's a good point, Quilly. I forgot about Obey Robot. He also has DNA options at Voorhees. He does. Thank you, Breestones. Now, I do want to get my GT4S back in rotation, but I've got the RTA for vaping all broken down on my desk right now, and I just took the dual coil build out of it and put the single back in. I want to wick that up, and I've been saving this for the summertime. A fresh bottle of Mango Sublime. And I really, really, really want to try it in the RTA for vaping. I think I'd prefer the RTA for vaping in single coil mode with that chamber reducer. What about the Euro brand that does the tiny 3D printed mechs, also chip versions too, with the sailing ship logo? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can't recall the name. I know the sailing ship logo you're talking about. There's a lot of modders that stopped producing products, but I can't recall their name. You were looking at Voorhees today? Nice. Oh yeah, Ian Nutcap on Facebook is the guy to ask for 18650 mech squonks. Otherwise, if you like ClickFet, check out Prestige Precision. That's Yondon's company. Yeah. They've been releasing a lot of different mods. All right. So that's super enjoyable. Man, I kind of just want to keep dripping and vaping these suckers, man. But I do want to get that RTA for vaping set back up. I've been quite enjoying it, but we might end up with 2 RTAs back in rotation because I do want to get the GT4S going again. Oh, crap. I probably have to take the Diplomat down because my only functional hummingbird is my charcoal one that the Diplomat was on. Was looking to get the Quib. Yeah, the Quib at some point. Got like 5 squonks at the moment. Just want another one. Hell yeah. Are we friends on Facebook? Frank? Are you on Facebook? Because I can invite you to a couple groups after the stream. I swear by the SNB Verso. Cool. All right. running out of room again here. All right. Let me make sure, because I literally just rinsed this all off and it's just been sitting here air drying. Let me just make sure that this is all ready to rock here. Why is my focus being such a bitch today? There we go. I couldn't get the glass off of this guy, so I re-wicked this a couple nights ago, and I actually freaking wicked it so it wasn't flooding when I refilled it. But my dumbass put a 3 milligram liquid in it, and I just could not keep on vaping on the 3 milligram. So I figured I might as well rinse this guy out and wick it on stream tonight. There's that. All right. That's all back together. This can just go right on here because it's going to be used right on the Odin Mini. Send me a friend request to see. Hold on a sec. I'll do that right now so I don't forget. Come on. We are not friends, but I just sent you a friend request. Gotcha. All right. All right. Let's give this another try. All right. It's functional, at least. I didn't have to like upload any type of software or anything, or download any type of software to make this work. So that's cool, at least. But I gotta manually adjust the lens here. All right. 2.5 millimeter cotton. Where's my 2.5 millimeter? All right, cool. Move that towel. Steve-O, if you get a chance, can you please add me to the squonk groups, please? Always looking for something new. Thanks. Yes. Yeah. Here, he just added me. Let me do that right now. I don't want to forget. I'll at least add you guys to the main one for now. Squonk BST invite. Come on, Frank. Invite. Kim. Invite. I believe that's you, right? Come on. One second, guys. Yeah. I sent you guys invites to Squonk BST at least. And once you're at least in that group, you can also make a post and ask people what they might have available, and people will drop stuff in the comments. Just make sure BST on Facebook, you're always asking for vouchers before making a purchase. Make them put a vouch chat together in Messenger and have people vouch for them. That's a main thing when dealing on Facebook. All right, let's see. Been gooning to this overhead view? Hell yeah. Quilly said, I still think someone needs to release a squonk with tension negative switch tied to vary it. So the harder you squeeze, the harder it hits. Oh, yeah, okay. The overhead view is amazing. Thank you, man. It's working out quite well. It's a little bit of getting used to. Like I said, because of the stand that I bought, it's a little wonky, but it works. It's functional. Good tip, yeah. Oh yeah, wait. Let me make sure that this is. It keeps on wanting to up the resistance on this, so I guess we'll up it. Hold on. I gotta lower the wattage. Just want to make sure it's still glowing even. Should be. All right, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we went back to single coil, single Duchess coils, triple 28, wrapped in 36, 2.5 millimeter. Typically comes to a 0.26, but right now it's wanting to read a 0.29, so it is what it is. Kind of want to fluff that up a little bit. All right. Hey, Mike, what's up, my dude? Happy Thursday. Happy Miracle Week. A 2836. It looks chunky. Yeah, it is. Triple 28 by 36. Yeah, camera adds 10 pounds. You know what I mean? We're going to snip to the edge of the deck. Also need to bring back one-way full valves for squonk refill. Oh, yeah. 36% better flavor. Yeah. There we go. Now the trick is fluff. Fluff is your friend. I kind of comb out the tops a touch, but I really just want to fluff these guys, especially with just a single 2.5 millimeter on the RTA for vaping. Thinning it out, I find really makes it flood. I'm just kind of combing out the tops where the scissors crimped it. And kind of trimming those corners off of it. But fluff is your friend. Embrace the fluff, as Breeze Tones would say. Kind of want to snip that corner. There we go. All right. All right. Kind of want to grab this guy and just go up and in with it. And just make sure it's fluffed out all the way to each corner. Don't really want too much open space for too much air to go through. You want to make sure that that is touching the bottom for sure. Any little bit of space underneath those wicks, when you close that fill cap, and that the pressure from the cap pushes the liquid down, it will lift those wicks right up and flood. So let's see if we can get this one in just as clean as the last. Boom. And there we go. It's filling out those wicking ports nicely. If you're a little worried, like say like in the corners, sometimes I will take like my little pointy tweezer guys and kind of pull from the bottom just lightly, just to make sure those corners in that area are filled in. But that's pretty good. This is pretty much exactly how I wicked it last night. I did only fill it like 3/4 of the way max, just to be safe, but it wasn't flooding on me. My only issue with the wick job from, it was either yesterday or the day before, was that I used a 3 milligram liquid and it was just a little too much for me. Detno, hello. The money flip, hell yeah, expert. Oh, thank you, man, thank you. I learned it by watching you. All right, and great talk, thank you. Mango Sublime time. Mango Sublime. Good to see you, Deadno. Been a minute. I think it's been a little bit since you, at least a couple streams since you've been here. I've seen you on Nick's channel, of course. All right. Give that a nice shake. Nice fresh bottle. This has been just sitting, waiting for summertime. I like to hit the coil first and work my way in. And that's just a habit from using other brands of cotton, but I like to hit that coil and pulse it right in at first. Just very, very lightly. Very lightly. There we go. Now you can actually pulse it. There is, where'd my scissors go? There's like this little piece of, little flyaways of cotton that I just kind of want to get out of there. Staying on camera is, it's going to take some getting used to. I think I've done okay tonight though, all things considered. And I'm not trying to like over saturate it, but I want to get that corner. There we go. And if the ends are still a little dry on the RTA for vaping after you saturate your coil and your wick ends, I think that's okay. That leaves a little bit of absorption left in that cotton for when you fill the tank, to help prevent it from really flooding it. Filling to the brim is excessive sometimes. Yeah. Oh, where is my little guy? I did this last time. I forgot to put this guy on, and then I went to go vape it, and I was like, "Whoa, why does that airflow feel so much more open?" Ah, okay, that was weird. There we go. Thread. Yeah. All right. Close the airflow. Fill the tank. That'll do for now. No flooding. All right, and we're gonna just turn this right up to 46 watts because I already know that's my sweet spot for this. 46 watts. Boop. Is that gonna read it? No, it's too bright. All right, it's what it is. Let's come up and vape it. All righty. Nice hot tip. Yeah. Let's see. Having to switch back and forth is, it is what it is, but hey. Yeah, it's not flooding. We will wipe the sides of our mod off a little bit though. Get those little cotton pieces and liquid droplets off. I did see a bubble already. 4 airflow holes closed. Oh, wait. 46 watts was my sweet spot. Here we go. The Mango Sublime. I think this is going to taste fantastic in this tank. And yes, it does. Fried 1:29 p.m. Is that what time it is where you're at? Was waiting for the courier with the Bonzamex, but no. It is Thursday where I live. The calendar says Thursday, July 2nd. Indeed. Indeed it is. The Jug V2 taught me lots about wicking, says Bree Stones. That way, the half dam method, perfect trimmed legs equals perfect efficiency. Nice. We mentioned the Jug V2 earlier. It was one of the tanks that I let go of that I do wish I would have hung on to. But at the time, most of my RTAs were just sitting in the cabinet unused for so long. And I had to make space, and the RTAs, a lot of them were some of the first things to go. Bought both the hammered with stacks. Nice, dude. Both of them. Hope you enjoy those, Tim. Watch you planning for the trip. Let's see. Waiting. Yeah. But yeah, the Jug V2 is a fantastic RTA. A series would be sick with a turnstone. Frank, if you're asking me on this tank, or are you asking something else? I think I prefer the single mode. We originally built it single a couple weeks ago. Then last week we rebuilt it dual, and I vaped it throughout the week. And it was either yesterday or the day before. Maybe he's talking to Tim. I put this back to single, and I think, and I know some of the reviewers, their opinion was that they got better flavor from it dual coil, but I think I get more dense saturated flavor single coil, and I love the chamber reducer. The airflow is whisper smooth, and it goes perfect on the Odin Mini. Another reason why I feel like the single coil works for battery efficiency. That Mango Sublime tastes almost as pure as it does in an RDA right now. Man, that is good. That flavor is saturated, man. This thing wicks really well. When I did it dual coil, I really thinned it out. And even in dual coil, I don't think you need to thin your wicks out. You might need to trim them down so you're not overstuffing it, but the wicking on this is very efficient. I'm really impressed with the RTA for vaping. It is. It is. Really enjoying it. It surprised me. I haven't tried the Bonza Pro in single coil mode yet, but next week we might put them, next week we might put them against each other in single coil mode. I'm gonna be hard pressed not to put that Bonza Pro RTA on top of the new Bonza Pro mech. Although I kind of want to put the Bonza Pro RDA on it and take the drip tip off the RTA and do it that way. I need another one of those darn pink drip tips from Thundercloud, because one's not going to cut it. Excuse me. Sounds like it's ripping. It is, yeah. Love a good mango juice, yeah. The Tim's Mango Sublime, by far one of the most, as far as like just a plain fresh mango, it's the best. It's not candied, it's not syrupy, it's just fresh, juicy, like fresh cut mango. I'd rock single coil if the deck were like the Selena RDA, super condensed and surrounding airflow. I see, yeah. Yeah, and I love taking nice big long rips off of a single coil RTA for sure. Oh man. Darn. We're already at 9:30, guys. We don't have to stop for anybody tonight, though. There's no dopamine dump like there is on Monday. I could grab one more thing out, but I just don't know what. I've already got a dripper, a squonker, and an RTA. I don't really want to bust out a burrow. This guy doesn't have... I've been rocking the Diplomat for the last couple weeks, but I feel like it's time to break that down. Do a mix. I can't. I don't. I just don't have space to do a mix right now. And my Bonza Pro RDA in single needs. Excuse me, Burrow? Yeah, no. Yeah, nah. The Bonza Pro RDA in single needs a thick exotic 4-wrap. What I like to do with the Bonza Pro, well, I have one set up with a Hexone build, but I like to do a dual 2.5 millimeter build and use the single coil airflow insert. You just have to center them fairly close to each other. I'm really tempted to grab the GT4S, but every time I wick that darn thing on stream, it floods on me. Is the new mic new? Yes. Boom. I got a little DJI Mini. Mic clipped on the hat. Yeah. And I tested it out because like the mic that is built into the headphones is right here. So I kind of put it in the same spot. I tested it to see if I could clip it to the camera right here. I tested it with and without the little fuzzy ball thing on there. And I feel like from the tests that I ran, it sounded pretty clear at the levels that I have everything set to. Really nice. And no more crackle. Something was going wrong with the microphone and this headphones, where my audio, the pitch was off. I was peaking. It was crackling like every 20, 30 seconds. It was awful. So we had to upgrade the mic. A rebuildable pod. I don't have anything like that, Quilly. I don't own anything like that. I don't know what camera it is. It's a camera that Grim got me because he was my Secret Santa for Christmas. It's an ELP USB 4K something. USB camera. It can do HDMI too, but where I have to plug the receiver in for the microphone to USB-C is so close to the HDMI port that I couldn't get the HDMI cable in. It was like that much too close. So I need to get like I don't know. Oh, like an extender cable for the USB-C. That's what I need. Like just a little short extender cable. Fuzzy ball is a windscreen. Won't do anything for pop. Ah, I see. Okay. Mic and camera are banging tonight. Dude, thank you. I'm really, really excited. This is long overdue for Wickin It and Kickin It. Some gear upgrades for the actual stream. Long overdue. I'm really glad everybody's enjoying it. This camera setup is a little wonky, but I'm getting the shot that I've always wanted. So nice. Quality on audio and camera, great. Spot on. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm stoked. Gosh darn. Oh man, people are setting off fireworks. Hell yeah. I don't want to have any more dripper setups going. Usually I'll do another squonk. We're going to do a squonk. I'll just grab the GT4S. I'll grab the GT4S. Give me a sec. Peacing out. Big love all. Great stream. Hey, Pre-Stones. Take care, buddy. Thank you. Oh, you know what? No, I know what I haven't done in a while. Yeah, I actually, let's do this. Hold on. I got an idea. The GT4S is tempting, but let's do this. I got an idea. Oh, that's not the right shortcut. What is happening? Why is that not pulling up the wiki wheel? What is going on right now? It's not pulling up my thing. It keeps pulling up the recycling bin. Hold on. That is so weird. There it is. I don't know what that was all about. Sorry, guys. It kept on pulling up the recycling bin. I don't know if this is going to work because of that damn R key, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it. GT4 Innova. GT4 Innova. We're going to decide between these two. Copy. All right. Let's go one more. Make them real thin. There we go. Let's get rid of these dumb ads. All right. One big spin to decide between the GT4 or the Innova. Go. Oh, all right. It's fate. The wiki wheel has spoken. The GT4 it is. All right. Let's grab it. I gotta get this freaking other the other hummingbird sent in to Bill Fanning because the screen doesn't freaking work. It is stuck on 40 watts, which is what I run it at, but I don't know if I can trust it. Got your Intensa going? Yeah, the Intensa looks like a little... Like the Innova is nice. Mine isn't authentic. It's a clone. It was a gift from Dell. But regardless, it's like the most restricted RTA that I own. And I feel like the Intensa has the potential for a little bit more open airflow. And I also feel like it, just from judging from the design, from what I've seen, it looks like they perfected the wicking a little bit more on the Intensa from the Innova. Let's see. Do you have Staples? Should run Beefy Boys? Oh, it's already built. I just got to re-wick it. Mostly doing re-wicks tonight. I did rebuild the Lost Nano completely, but unless you're talking to Frank. Let's see. There we go. Come on. Come off of there. All right. Hey, Neil, what's up? You had to see your new sneakers? What's up, Patrick? You found new sneakers? That's what's up, bro. All right. We're going to put this on here. Let's see. How? Oh yeah, gotta go tight, then focus. There she is. This is triple 29 gauge wrapped in 38. Staggered fuse Clapton, 3mm. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh, it's Patrick. Oh, yo, those are sick. My Adidas. Hell yeah, those are dope. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Those are sick. Dude, I love a good pair of fucking Adidas, man. They're not as comfortable on my feet as I used to be able to wear. So yeah, really nice 3mm staggered fuse Clapton coil. Works a treat in this guy. Chat got cool all of a sudden. New Adidas Sambas, my gift to myself. I text it to you. Yeah, I saw it. It's awesome. The color is off on your new view. I'm gonna post to the Discord. Green and yeah, the color on the camera is off. I don't know if there's any way to really change that. They're like cream and teal. There we go. Hopefully that should be enough. Probably more than enough. Basically, wicking the GT4S, that's basically this what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. The way that I just wicked that RTA for vaping is how I wicked the GT4S. That's how I decided I would do it. Oh, sick, bro. That's dope. Hold on. We might have to snag that picture and share it. Save image. So we're just gonna say 7.2 save. Hold on, let's show that haul real. Oh, more forest green. What just happened? Oh yeah. I know what I'm doing, I swear. This is the haul that Artemis just shared with me. His Steel Valley haul. That's what's up, dude. You got a hat. Do you just get that noisy cricket and everything from them too? Holy moly. Why is it not? Oh, there we go. That's how I move it around. Easy drippers. And that, what is that? The MV or whatever it's called? MV2 or whatever? Breeze tones coils, silverback, deep cuts. That shirt is dope. Batteries, Requiem RBA. That's a hell of a haul, dude. Hell yeah. That's what's up. The dead rabbit I got from SV. Sweet. All right. Awesome. Okay. Let's get this guy wicked up. All right. I'll have to check the video afterwards, but those look dope as hell, Patrick. Nice score, bro. Seriously, nice score. Hold on. I just want to peel just a touch off. Not a lot. I want the nice thickness of the cotton for the GT4S. The GT4S is a cotton hog. I'm surprised I don't hear fireworks being let off tonight in Ohio because it's supposed to rain the next few nights. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know they had noisy crickets either, dude. Unless you got it somewhere else. My noisy crickets are both brown. And I definitely would prefer a black one, but the brown gets the job done. All right. I think I cut it at the edge like that. Boom. Let me make sure. I'm going to do one side first, just to make sure. I'm going to fluff it up the same way I did the one thing else I did too. Oh, I did do something a little different here. I snipped the top layer of cotton off just a tad on the GT4. Kind of like a diagonal cut, but not like a full diagonal cut. Just so it's puffier up top. Or it's longer on the bottom, but it's still puffy at a certain point. I'll show you what I mean. Where are my tweezers? It still needs to be like full, but the very, very tips of your cotton can be a little thinner. That's what I'm trying to say. This is where I come in with these guys to make sure that this is like filled out and pulled down. And it might flood because I did that stupid cut, but I know if I don't do that cut, I notice that I don't get the saturation that I want. But what happens is sometimes it'll flood when like you refill it, but after the cotton sits and expands, then it's perfect. So after letting the cotton expand a little bit, is usually there. It's a little long, but so I cut it just so like that this very window here is where the cotton is a little thinner. Basically is why I cut it like that. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. We've had increased UV and hot as a flat top humid as Louisiana peak crab boil out here. Not sure who has the gumption to shoot off fireworks here. A bunch of good old boys though. Hell yeah. $56 and I'm 3 rows back from stay. Oh yeah, you're going to Afro Man. That's what's up. Felt like these are pretty neutral and perfect for the Afro Man show. Be looking fly as fuck. Hell yeah, dude. Not even just the Afro Man show. Perfect for any time, really. There we go. All right. That's good enough. Not trying to cut that much off. Just a touch off the top. Just a little off the top. There we go. Down and in. And then grab these just to make sure that they're all touching the bottom. Now the difference though with the GT4S is that it has the juice flow control. So if it does flood, I can close that juice flow control, vape it, vape it, vape through the slurp, and then let it sit and the cotton will expand. That's what happened last time. It flooded at first, but then when I let it sit and let the cotton expand, it was like perfect afterwards. So there we go. There's one little corner, but here, I'm just gonna snip that up. There. All right. There we have it. Keeping that focused. Sometimes when you bump it, it changes. Send you my HVB haul you can look after. I got something you'll be jelly of, probably. Afro Man about to go off on Police State and win a council chair, right? Hell yeah. All right. That is not the liquid that I wanted. Where is... What the heck? Where's my succulents? Did I get... Oh, I got it out already. Got a little bit of succulents left in this batch, and then I got a whole nother batch that's steeping after it. So I wanted to bust out succulents. It is just one of the ideal liquids to run in this tank. I still haven't run Oh My God, It's Blueberry in here. I should. But I'm not in the mood for it today. Just got down showing my girlfriend her stuff from the haul. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, yes. No, that was the wrong profile. There we go. 0.39. That coil reads. Yes, there we go. 0.39, 0.4. Anybody hanging after this? I'm not really sure. I do have work to do tonight. I haven't checked the order form in a while. Last I checked, I had 2 fairly decent size orders in the queue. You down? I don't know. people want to just hop into the JMW server, or if people are already hanging in the yo-yo because it's Thursday, but I want to make sure that that's full. Just cleaning it up a little. This is why the OCD is at the end of my name, Steve OCD. All right, let's just cap it and see how it does. Oh, that's the wrong way. Wait, what? There we go. That's a little bit better. Just trying to get it away from it a little bit. So when I fill it, there we go. Juice flow's closed. Order for me some point, Steve-O. Got a sizable paycheck coming and looking to try your favorite. Oh, okay, sick. Yeah. We had planned on hopping into the yo-yo app after a while. I mixed up some orders. Okay. Well, wherever people are hanging out, I'll meet you there. I don't want to tell people where to go in case people already planned on going to one place or another. You guys know that the JMW server is always open if you want to go there, but if people are going to the yo-yo, then that does make sense for a Thursday. I got to call my sister back before I do anything. All right, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to take a preliminary toot just to make sure. Well, we're not leaking. I just hope it doesn't go dry. All right, let's put it on this guy. It looks better on the black hummingbird, but the black hummingbird, the screen doesn't turn on anymore. I'll bounce around if people are in different places. Hold on a second. Do I have... There we go. I need a battery. Can't put the tank on without a battery. I want clear battery wraps so the battery matches the tank. But either way, like I said, it looks better on the black hummingbird. Wait, what is happening? Why is that not threading on there? What the hell? Something's not right. What the heck? All right, you know what? Screw it. I'm putting it on the black one. I don't know why, but that's not threading on there correctly. Hold on. I don't know why. I'm not going to force it. But it does look better on the black. The screen doesn't work, but it's set to 40 watts where it should be. I don't know why it wouldn't thread onto there. Come on, airflow. All right. There we go. There it is. The screen doesn't turn on, but that's the mod that it's supposed to live on, at least until I get my BMM. So yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't thread onto there. This thread's on no problem, but I'm not going to force it. I don't know what the deal was with that. I'll mess with it after the stream. All right. There we go. POS Ipecac Neat, by the way. I can't remember. I have a few clear wraps, but you'd be surprised how easily the cell gets discolored. Really? I've got some clear wraps on some 18650s I've never noticed, but cheers. Cross thread is better than no thread. I don't know about that. I am not. Well, yeah, I guess that may. Yeah. Okay. Now that I say that back to myself in my head, yeah. It's not flooding, but sometimes it'll flood afterwards. I like to cut the airflow down just like maybe a quarter. Big bubbles. I know what POS is. Oh, you're talking about Ipecac Neat. Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah. All right, yeah. I love POS, dude. One of my favorite songs by him is POS is Ruining My Life. Fucking love that song. God, the GT4 has fucking bangs, dude. It took me forever to finally get one, but there she is. Perfect. It's like the perfect height for the Hummingbird as well. A perfect side by side. And there we go. A successful round of Wickin It and Kickin It setups. A couple of red, white, and blue guys to celebrate the holiday. This is probably cold by now, but I needed a little something to wet the whistle. So let's take a look at what we're rocking throughout the week. All pretty short guys except for the one. There we go. Boom. That is the lineup. I don't know why. There we go. That's a little better focused. Some Murica mods and some RTAs. Favorite song by him is Meth Head versus McDuck. Oh yeah, it's a good one. I do. No, oh no, duh. I should have made some Bomb Pop. Bomb Pop would have been perfect for one of these, especially in the Squonk. We do have a Bomb Pop liquid, but I don't have any made. I should have thought ahead and made some Bomb Pop. That would have been a good idea. I have a couple of desserty liquids and then strawberry cheesecake ice cream succulents. It's kind of an all year type of banger. It's good in the summer, it's good in the winter, but the only like fruity type of liquid, summery type of liquid is the Mango Sublime in here. Bomb Pop would have been great. Bomb Pop is good with ice, but I just don't like ice personally that often. I'm going to have to break all this stuff down afterwards because this stand definitely can't stay. And I'll probably just pack this camera up and just reset it up every time I need to stream. But it worked out. So hot here in Kentucky. Dang. Frank's vaping the Bomb Pop now? Hell yeah, Frank. Frank likes the Bomb Pop, the Cherry Chimeade, the My Lemons. I'm really glad you've been enjoying the liquids so much, Frank. I love seeing people's names pop up on the order form like multiple times a month or just any time at all, really. I love seeing your guys' names pop up. Just knowing that you're enjoying everything. Tim said, make a Bomb Pop for Saturday. It's going to be red, white, and blue mixes, and you're invited. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a while since I've tried like a Bomb Pop with some newer flavors. Our Bomb Pop on the menu is like a classic Bomb Pop recipe from, I don't know, from 2019, I think, is when Dan made it. Want some Homeboy Rocket Blast? Yo, yeah, I've never tried Rocket Blast. Need to look up Bomb Pop recipe and try it. Yeah, it's just cherry, lemon, lime, and blue raz or just raspberry. It could be blue raz or raspberry. I guess it doesn't really matter. Was looking at a Bomb Pop flavor at SV, but Will recommended guava jelly for a summer flavor. Yeah, everybody seems to love the guava jelly. I've never tried it. I need to get some deep cuts. I've never tried any deep cuts liquids. You, Lady Liberty, and Kaz are the only juice I vape now. Yo, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Support for all the homies. That's the majority of what I vape. Our liquid, JMW, FDH, and Lady Liberty. I've got a few other things mixed in. Like I love the Don from Gold Leaf. I have a few other Gold Leaf liquids. And just some random things that I picked up to try. Things that Nick has sent me in Boosh boxes. I will say, the first time I tried the Heisenberry Crunch, I don't remember what RDA I tried it in. It might have been the RDA for vaping. I can't recall. But I think it tastes a little bit better in the Rebel than I remember it. It's definitely very, like, there's definitely blueberry in it, but it's definitely heavy on the cereal note. And their cereal base has like some hidden cinnamon sugar to it, though. It does, like, I get like this mouthfeel of like a dusting of powdered sugar or cinnamon sugar. There's a very faint cinnamon note in all their cereals, but it is kind of reminiscent of blueberry cereal. Patrick said OG Psycho Crawler and PD Party, half and half in a tank. Oh, no shit. Okay. Yeah, like a peanut butter cruller. Neil said I mixed my raspberry and blueberry custard cake together, and it's great. That sounds awesome, dude. Dynamite Fuse by Homeboy from like 2016. So fire. That, man, I guess that's a blast from the past, huh? Hippo, I wish there was. But unfortunately, I don't think we're running a 4th of July sale. We got hit so hard on back-to-back sales through like the end of May through June that I don't think we're running a 4th of July sale. I talked with Dan about it, and he said, I don't think so. So no guarantees yet. I would like to try to talk him into it just because it's unusual for us to skip a holiday. but and it's not. It is helpful for me though because of all the family events that I usually have throughout the first couple of weeks of July. It definitely is helpful for me, but it's unusual for us to not run one. So I'm going to see if I can push for it, but I can't make any guarantees. However, you do have Lady Liberty running one. Timmy is running one. There is always the code for the yo-yo's. Grim had a few older lines too. Grim Cult and Grim Green Signature Series, all around like 2017. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up though, Hippo, because I'm really unsure. It can be kind of unpredictable sometimes what the plans are until like the holiday actually hits. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it for tonight. 4 setups. It's not a bad Wickin It Kickin It. We did 1 full build. I would have liked to have done some mixes, but it was just a lot to try to set up on the same day that I was running the mic and the new camera for the first time. I will let you guys know whether or not I'm streaming Monday on the 6th. If we're not running a sale, then it's likely that I still will be able to. But even sometime after a weekend in general, sometimes it's hard to predict what it's going to look like coming out of the weekend because business is usually pretty steady, sale or not. But I do want to do a Friday stream, July 10th. It's my birthday. I would like to invite you guys to come hang with me on my birthday. It's a Friday, July 10th. We'll run a Wickin It and Kickin It and then hang out in the JMW Discord afterwards. Come hang out with me. I'm not usually really big on making a big deal out of my birthday, but I think it'll be fun to get together and hang out. Because why not? Because I love you guys. I appreciate all your love and support. You guys are what keep me ticking. Just check the yo-yo. Yeah, it does. That always does. But thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. Been stuck under the bunny. I get you. Sounds like fun, Steve. Thank you, Quilly. Yeah, I hope everybody can make it. If not, I always appreciate the replay crew. I always got love for my replay crew. I haven't seen anybody comment in a while, so please feel free to drop a comment. Replay crew. I love seeing you guys, knowing that you're there. I know that you're there anyway, but it's cool to sometimes have comments to respond to. I'm gonna try to do some shorts sometime over the course of the next couple of weeks. Also, it's hard to remember to do them, but I want to start getting back to doing like the hump day hand check, the Friday cloud check and stuff like that. And maybe I might play around with this new camera and record a couple things. We'll see. I am long overdue for calling my sister back, so we'll end it there. Guys, please feel free to throw in any last words or hashtags in the chat. I like to put them up on screen on the way out. Leave some music record. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm always down. And also, it's Patrick's birthday the day before. So it'll be like a dual celebration on Friday. Hell yeah, Patrick. Oh, awesome. Appreciate you, Hippo. Yes, so I'm rambling. After the 3-hour mark, my brain tends to get scrambled. So I will see you guys wherever you're hanging out. Hope everybody has a fucking awesome 4th of July weekend. I think it makes the most sense to get out of here with this guy. It's red, white, and blue. It's the fucking Rebel, and it's the cloudiest Sumamagun in the lineup. 31. Hell yeah, bro. That sounds awesome. Dickie's is the 15th. Hell yeah, Dickie Mo. Let's go. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you, as always, for wicking it and kicking it with me. Thursday night vlog edition. We are JMW. It did not work. Why you no work? We're going to have to drip again and do that whole sign off again. Appreciate you, 404. I don't know what happened there. You'd think I'd never streamed before. Ah! Thank you guys for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW.